This particular facility in Clarence, Missouri actually used to be an old Maytag factory.
So we use a 0.2 micron filter on all runs.
One thing that Coco is super big about is we promote within.
Welcome to Coco Lab.
Welcome to Kansas City Cannabis. Your hometown, locally owned and operated cannabis dispensary. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through your journey to wellness. Patients first is our guiding mantra, and we'll continue to bring quality, affordable medicine to the patients of Missouri. Kansas City Cannabis Company, inspiring wellness. For location, hours, and current menu, visit kccannabis.org.
Yabba dabba do. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Top Shelf. I'm Big B.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Stewart.
And we're here giving you the business.
Dabbing in.
Dab in, yabba dabba do. What's
Yes.
everybody dabbing in with tonight? If you haven't ever joined us, we dab in.
Yep.
Every show we dab in. Every time the news, usually every time we switch segments, we dab.
Or we
dab
feel like
in
it.
and we dab out. So what are you dabbing in with tonight? Oh, I dropped my ball.
Dang it, I
Oh, it
almost
went
had
bye-bye.
It made it to the floor. My blue ball.
it. I got that AODGMO
Well, you keep dropping it on the
pop.
floor, it's going to just keep
I
getting
know.
blue, man.
Yeah. It's a struggle. For real.
Yeah.
Yabba dabba do, man.
Dabbing pie
I'll tell you
hoe.
what. Coco is doing it right.
Yep.
You know, those guys dabbing in with some Artisan and Dank Jurassic Kush.
Nice. I'm smoking on that lemon tree punch. Lemon tree punch.
Yeah, I just put the last glob of my GMO pop in there, and I'm just going to be like switching up, you know, throughout. I'm going with a variety.
You going to
today.
double fist
yeah.
it tonight?
Yeah, well, triple. Yeah,
Triple
I guess
fist
I'm
it?
down to double.
Down to
because
double?
my number 3 is
Michelle
already
don't
in the
have
bag.
no dabs, man.
Oh, man.
that's
Hey,
so
but she's
good.
running
Hey,
on
Keef's
some
good.
Keef.
Yeah.
Good for you for having something.
Oh.
That's close to dab.
Yeah.
Closer than a lot of stuff, that's for sure.
It's really
Hey,
good.
there's some Captain Redbeard.
Yeah,
Get you
right
some
there.
good gear. Use discount code Top Shelf. Oh boy! So woo! What a show!
Going on Dad Grows on YouTube land.
Oh my goodness! So yeah, we got a good show for you guys tonight.
We do. Lots of good, very informative content.
Lots of them. So got some good giveaways.
Yep.
Gonna keep up fashion with that. And we got we got a new little thing we're doing.
Yes, we do.
We got a grow room tour. We're going to do that when we come back from having a word from our sponsors here in a few minutes.
Real quick.
What?
Michael or Michelle you brought up earlier, Australia.
Oh, yeah, right on.
Nice.
Hey,
Well,
good eye, mate.
Australia.
Yeah.
Nice, man. We got Australia.
Hi from Kansas City.
We had Canada
Right.
watching today. We had the Netherlands the other day.
Yep.
Man, so yeah, we're reaching out there for sure. So, but yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff going on. We got a New Year's Eve party. We're going to throw the flyer up there
Yeah, I want
here
that.
in a little bit. And when we do, you can scan the code that's on that flyer. Go get you some tickets. Right now, there's a huge discount if you buy early. And I know it seems like we're starting this early for New Year's Eve, but hey, man, we want everybody to have a chance to
get involved.
if they can. And, you know, we want to do a good party, and these things take time. So when we throw that flyer up here, go ahead and scan that code, jump over to the website, Eventbrite, and grab your tickets. So special discount,
that ought to be
even
one
more for couples.
One for the books.
Oh, dude, it's going to be awesome.
Yes,
So,
I can't wait.
and also, we've got on October 14th,
Yes,
and
14th and
15th,
15th.
Friday and Saturday, we got Cannanews
Oh, that's gonna
KC
be
coming
Hannah
up.
Bruce.
Epic.
Top Shelf's going to be out there. We're going to do a live remote broadcast, a smoke sesh from out there.
Check out all them glass blowers from all over the
Absolutely.
country.
It's a huge glass blowing competition. They've
I'm
done
very
it for the
excited
last
about
3
that.
years. They really know how to put on an event. It's going to be right there at Grinders in the Crossroads District,
Yes.
downtown
Awesome
Kansas
part of
City,
town.
Missouri. Kansas City doing it, man.
Yeah. Awesome part of
Man,
town.
you know what? Kansas City's fucking throwing down in the cannabis community.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm very proud of what we're doing in the cannabis community here in
For
Kansas
sure.
City.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
especially compared to
make
some places.
Oh,
you
for
know,
sure
where
on that,
where
yeah.
they like in Michigan where it's recreationally legal, but
Yeah.
yet they were
Scared
their
to death to go
culture.
outside the
Yeah,
tent,
just
man.
so frightening.
It was kind of sad.
The
but,
culture here is so far ahead. Like
you know,
that's
we
what.
love Michigan, and we want them to feel free to
Right.
be able to consume
Right.
wherever they want, man.
Yeah, and people
You
were
know.
looking at us like,
I know.
"Oh, look at
What are
these."
they doing?
Yeah, we're like astronauts
And you
on
know
an
what?
alien
So
planet.
I'm proud to live in Kansas City.
Yes.
Even though the mayor and I have our differences, he did good by us by decriminalizing cannabis. So, you know, I have to give him that.
Yeah, here.
So also, you know, the Cannanews KC, it's kind of combining, you know, the best of both worlds, the craft brew community, the glass blowing community, and the cannabis community all coming together in you know, what Missouri really is a melting pot.
Yes. I mean, it's the center of the country.
Right.
Biggest city centralized
it's
in
the
country.
hub, baby.
Yeah.
You know,
It's going to be the hub.
Right,
man.
we
Mike,
go
we
up,
don't,
down,
brother.
and left to right. You know.
So yeah, I'm really excited about, you know, all the cool stuff, and we got so much cool stuff coming too.
Oh, man.
So yeah, but anyway, we want to do that. We're going to throw up that flyer here. We're going to give that a few seconds for y'all to scan it, and then we're going to go right now to let's show a video of the
giveaways. So go
the
our
giveaways, and then
We're gonna pair
go to
them.
a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, everybody.
Yep.
Drinking at the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow. Don't worry, that's the motto. So we keep moving along. Dropping down a Cabo in a sunburned El Dorado. Don't worry, that's the motto. So we keep moving along.
This skiller facility in Clarence, Missouri actually used to be an old Maytag factory.
but we use a 0.2 micron filter on all runs.
One thing that Coco is super big about is we promote within.
Welcome to Kansas City Cannabis, your hometown, locally owned and operated cannabis dispensary. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through your journey to wellness. Patients first is our guiding mantra, and we'll continue to bring quality, affordable medicine to the patients of Missouri. Kansas City Cannabis Company, inspiring wellness. For location, hours, and current menu, visit kccannabis.org.
Hey, what's
Welcome
up?
back.
Welcome back.
Once again.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Another beautiful
Freaking-
Tuesday.
That is my jam.
I know, dude.
Welcome back. Oh man, don't you guys
Remember
don't
Gabe Kaplan? Remember Vinny Barbarino?
No.
Arnold Horseshack? Freddie Boom Boom Washington?
Nope.
Talking about welcome back, Cotter.
Man.
Nope.
Damn.
Went
man.
way over the head.
I'm telling you, bro. So anyway,
You know
yeah.
what shouldn't go over your head? Make sure you guys are tagging people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tag people. Get on the wheel of Dank tonight.
Get on the
We
wheel
got
of
prizes.
Dank.
Those great prizes that you saw on there.
Yes.
With the
Get
very
your
fancy
name on the wheel of
prizes.
Dank. You need to tag someone on here who you think, and don't just tag same people that are already here. Tag somebody who you know would enjoy the show but hasn't been here, or somebody that hasn't seen our show.
Exactly.
Bring some new people on. So, yeah, I know, Ken. We're old. It's all right. You know what? You can't be old and wise if you haven't been young and stupid.
Right?
It's
Exactly.
just the way it is. So, anyway.
It's my excuse for everything.
So we've got a new thing that we're doing. Well, first of all, somebody shout out. There's the Patreon right there.
Yes.
Go to our Patreon. Become a supporter of our show. If you know, there are different levels. We're just trying to get it going. So, the more we can build the audience at Patreon, the more we can bring to the table. So,
Yes.
So it's just something we're just getting started. So
Right.
if you want to be a contributor to the giveaways that we give away and all the things we do to the community, for the community,
Yeah.
when we sow into these different non-for-profits and whatnot, the Patreon is a place to go support us to do that, and your money will be appropriated to all the stuff that we do. And so anyway, yeah, cool.
And thank you to those
Yes,
who
thank
already
you.
have.
Very,
And-
very
and
grateful to
thank
those
in
of you who
advance to
already
those
have.
that will.
Yes.
We're starting something new.
Yes, and
We-
it's kind of segues. It's to show how much we appreciate our viewers and stuff, and it's
Right.
I think it's pretty cool. Doing a grow room tour.
So we're gonna do we've started a new segment. We've been talking about this for a while, and
Fat
we
dabs.
want to, show off our viewers and our followers, and we want to boast about them because a lot of you guys have really come a long way in your gardens, and we want to be able to showcase some of y'all's achievements and accomplishments on our show. So right now we've got a new segment. It's a grow room tour. So it's a we're going to go do that. So show this grow room tour, Dave.
Now that was
All right.
cool.
Yeah.
I love that. And, you know, congrats to you, man. That's a nice looking grow.
So Ricky's been sending me, videos of his grow just in private message, and I tell you what, I love people that when you guys send me videos and pictures of your grows, because just showing me what you've come from, and I get to see your progression. So don't ever feel hesitant if you want to send me pictures of your grow or video of your grow. It's beautiful. And if you want us to show your grow on the show here,
Get a hold of me.
then shoot Zach a message, and he'll tell you kind of the best way to shoot the video.
Yep.
And we'll get you on as viewers, just like we just did with and you know what, Ricky, you're doing a great job. Your plants look,
that's a fat
plants
stack.
look on fire. So
Yes.
beautiful
they do.
job.
Yeah,
So
on
Little,
fire.
what was it said during the video? Little fireworks almost.
Right?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
like
Like
they
little
come up and they're like,
fireworks. So, yeah, it was a very good looking garden.
very good looking, very
a
awesome.
display
I'm
hanging
so
in the
proud of all
in
our
the
readers.
sky.
So
Yeah, are all readers or
our
viewers? You mean?
okay, it's Tuesday.
hey, we love our readers
I mean,
just as well.
Right.
So-
Well, I know there
They're
are
like, what? Your readers?
I'm sure there's closed captions, so there might be people reading us too.
I'm reading the comments, so I
Right.
don't know what y'all, tripping on.
Yeah,
right.
We
Stop
got readers.
tripping, Zach.
We got stop tripping, man.
Start tripping, start dabbing,
It is
right?
Zach, man. So anyway, all right. So we are going to continue on with our nothing but the facts or just the facts. I can never remember which
Just
one it
the
is.
facts.
Just the facts with Dank Dave. He's talking about Amendment 3 comparatively to what we are now, comparatively to what it would look like under House Bill 2704. And
Yes.
last week we talked about caregivers. Okay, and we didn't really get into the grow side too much. But this week we're going to talk about home cultivation, what that would look like. And we're going to go ahead and bring Dave on before the news this time. And then when we come back after the news, we're going to try to have a little more time than we've been able to devote to it in the last couple weeks, because we know we hear what you're saying, and we have gotten a few people. I know I've gotten a few messages that have said, "Hey V, love what you're doing, but we need a little more information."
Yeah.
It seems like that after the segment, we're not able to really elaborate and talk about it enough. So even if we go over by 10 or 15 minutes tonight, we're going to try to appease that and go ahead and get you guys, talk to you guys about. Yeah. Anyway, so
Right.
so right now, I guess we should go ahead and go to Dank Dave.
For sure. You get just the facts from Dank
Just the
Dave.
facts from Dank Dave.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Just the Facts. So, after last week's shots fired at Big V, I thought we might reel it in a little bit this week, and then that fancy news guy had to go and get a trimmer. Trimmers are for quitters, just use the scissors. Alright, now, moving on. This week, we've already said we're going to talk about home cultivation. Now, there's obviously going to be some overlap with what we did last week and the caregiving, so I'm going to kind of glaze over some of that information pretty quick. But the first bit of information I want to go back over is plant count. So plant count currently is at 6 plants in each phase. That is clones, veg, and bloom. So taking a look at that, that is going to be the exact same for Amendment 3, 6 in each phase. Also, the same thing will kind of hold true for House Bill 2704. We'll get there in a minute. Specifically with Amendment 3, that count of 6 also sticks for the recreational home cultivators. So, as we discussed last week, they're shared cultivation spaces. I'm not going to really rehash that, but when you're looking specifically at Amendment 3 as a recreational grower, your plant count will be capped at 12 in a shared facility. There's no exception for the caregiver where you can stick the third in there and get the plant count to 18. Now, House Bill 2704 puts a cap at 6 on flowering plants, but doesn't truly record a limit on those other phases. So that can be changed with a special cannabis enforcement authority. I'll get to that in a minute, but let's continue moving on. Let's go to possession limits. So currently, those that are not home cultivators can possess on their person a 60-day supply. That's 8 ounces. Home cultivators can possess a 90-day supply. That's 12 ounces. That's not accounting for those that have the increased allotment where you can double that. Amendment 3 goes ahead and increases that possession limit to 6 ounces. That means your 60-day supply would be 12 ounces, your 90-day supply would be 18 ounces, and then once again, that could be doubled with the increased allotment. So, an important note here with that is that you can carry up to your 60-day supply on your person. The rest needs to be stored at home. You cannot carry a 90-day supply with you legally. So, for recreational purposes, Amendment 3 specifies a 3-ounce possession limit. Again, that's for just recreational use. Anything in excess of the 3 ounces can be stored at home in your private residence in a locked space, not visible by normal, unaided vision, just like what we do with home cultivators. House Bill 2704 does not have a possession limit. So currently, the cost to have your home cultivation license is $110.99. I checked it yesterday. That is after the price increase that has happened this year. Amendment 3, if passed, would take this cost to $50 for medical cultivators and $100 for recreational cultivators. House Bill 2704 does not change the current licensing fees, and it did not prescribe an exact fee for recreational cultivation. That seems to be left to that Cannabis Enforcement Authority, which would be handled by the Department of Agriculture. So let's talk about that for a minute. Let's go a little further. So 2704 would create a Cannabis Enforcement Authority to handle all things cannabis. They would be taking over for the DHSS. They would handle medical cards. They would be in charge of the newly established recreational market. And basically, they would become the new industry watchdog, so to speak, and oversee everything that DHSS does currently. So that means that they would also be in charge of all the commercial cultivators and the dispensaries. Now, currently, you need to be a licensed cultivator to legally purchase seeds and clones. Neither Amendment 3 nor House Bill 2704 makes any changes to that. You'd need your license to cultivate recreationally or medically to be able to legally purchase those seeds and clones. So now, some things that you're only going to get with House Bill 2704. Number 1, if you have a cultivation license, you can contract with a grower to grow your allotment for you. That's specifically for the recreational side. Home growers can also choose to gift their seeds and other plant material, which seems to also include clones. Again, no money can change hands. It is a gift. Also, on that gift category, you can gift your buds, your concentrates, your extracts, things like that, but no money can change hands. That's all I've got for this week. I'm Dank Dave, and these are just the facts.
Awesome.
So that's a lot of information, man.
A lot of facts.
A lot of
I'm telling
information.
you,
So, yeah, so you know what? Okay. Well, I mean, I want to focus on the home grow, but I'm stuck a little bit on the possession limits. So I want Dave to go ahead and fill me in a little more. So under Amendment 3, if that passes, what would be our possession limit? What would be our monthly allotment would go up to 6 ounces, right?
6
For
ounces,
medical,
yes.
right? So that would make the possession limits 12 ounces, right?
Yes, 12 ounces.
Okay, and then 90-day reserve.
Yep.
So
Okay.
you'd have 18 ounces in your 90-day reserve.
Right.
And so as far as rec goes, you said it was 3 ounces.
3 ounces, and that can be purchased every 24 hours.
Okay, now what about if you're a home cultivator at home? What's your possession limit in how much you can have caked away in your closet?
They do not say that there is a limit to what you can have in your closet. It just says anything in excess of the 3-ounce limit has to be stored in a locked facility, put away where no one can see it.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Always hiding over.
And
Okay, however, that's fair, and that, you know, that means technically you could have 10 pounds, 20 pounds stored away in your closet. So, and here's, you know, that's like, who needs that? But here's where that comes in, okay? Listen real close. Okay, if you are an outside cultivator
right.
and you're taking your 6 plants and you're growing your 6 plants outside and you harvest and you're a good, let's say you're a good seasoned cultivator and you're bringing in out of those 6 plants 12, 14 pounds, that's not unheard of. Don't, you know,
Right.
you know.
You're growing
whoa.
trees. You're growing trees
big
out
Yeah,
plants,
they're
okay?
monsters outside.
Yeah.
So let's just go, you know, let's go even real conservative and say you get a pound a plant. 6 plants, you get a pound a plant. You got 6
Yeah.
pounds. Okay, now you're going to put that 6 pounds back, and that can last you until the end of your next growing year if you know how to ration your medication. So it's important to know that you can possess
That amount.
a at that point, from what he's saying, an unspecified
Yeah.
amount.
Right,
So
right.
whatever you.
I'm just saying that you know no matter what your weight is, you can carry, you
Right.
can have that amount because there isn't a set amount.
Right. And so, you know, as far as medical goes, is there a limit that you can have in your possession at home, locked away in a closet?
Medical technically says you're allowed that 90-day supply, but I did not see anything that says you couldn't also lock that away and store your excess.
Okay.
I'll do
right.
some more digging into that.
Do that for me, because here's the thing, because I have a lot of people come to me as a caregiver and say, hey, can you grow me 1 crop? Because they don't require, you know, a quarter pound a month for their meds. They might require a ½ ounce or whatever. And it's hard to find a caregiver because we can only take care of 3 patients.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a caregiver that'll do it on 1 ounce a month or a ½ ounce a month.
Right.
Okay, so a lot of people ask me, can you grow 1 crop for me? And I'll pay you to grow 1 crop, and then I can take that crop and I can ration that out. And when I'm
Right.
out, if you have a spot available, you can grow another crop for me. So caregiving for a person for 1 crop, now if I'm going to, and I do that quite a bit. So if I caregive for someone for 1 crop, and I just cultivate them a crop of cannabis from their medication,
Right.
and I get 3 pounds off of that crop, off of those 6 plants, it's a good run. I got 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they need to be able to take that and store that.
Right.
They need to be able to keep that 3 pounds back so that they can milk on that until it's gone. That could possibly last them all year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. And so with that being said, it's very important to be clear on how much we can actually have at home.
You're right.
Because let's say a medical patient does the same thing as a adult use person, and they grow a crop outside for themselves for all year.
Right.
Okay, when they do that, they need to be able to harvest that crop and stick it in a closet and not get in trouble or be scared that they're going to get busted for having too many meds.
Right.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
So this
people-
is important.
A lot of people don't have an indoor space, so
Exactly.
outdoor is the only
That's
option.
the only, or they
And
don't have the
then-
money for the lights. They don't have
Right.
the money for the
Yeah.
for
The
the
indoor
room,
free,
you know?
the
I mean,
free,
come on, man.
Indoor
the free
growing,
utilities
yeah.
outside is a
Mother
big
Nature's
deal.
free,
No
man.
kidding, man.
Even if you start cheap, indoor growing is not cheap in any aspect.
Well, you know what, man?
I mean, you could even-
I would almost grow. Well, rather grow an outdoor crop than
Right.
to start cheap inside, because
Right.
you know,
because then you're going to deal with stresses on the plants. You're going to deal with all that kind of stuff.
yeah, you won't get the quality meds you want. You may as well do that until you can, and then start saving for the equipment to grow inside, or be able to finance it, or whatever
That's
you need to do.
interesting
you know?
what Dusty said. A person can have 2 caregivers, but
Yes.
one to grow and store, and a second to assist in preparation and store.
Yes.
So that's just something to keep
Right.
in mind.
Right.
Right,
have
you
another-
can have definitely 2 caregivers,
Right.
and then that individual can store.
Yeah, the prep
also.
and the
Yeah.
prep and store can they can also go to the dispensaries on your behalf.
I can go to the dispensaries on behalf of my patients.
Right.
Right.
Even though I'm their
Oh.
cultivator, I can go to
Okay.
the,
Oh,
as
yeah.
long as they go with me
Mm-hmm.
the first time and register me
Right.
as their caregiver, or
At that dispensary.
quite honestly, I have their card, their patient card, but you know, I know that every time I've done it, I haven't done it very often, but
Right.
every time I've done it, then they always have to check their ID, but so don't quote me on that. That
Yeah.
that might be something that they just do because I've always just took them with me.
Right.
If if you run low on RSO, you got to go get some,
Right.
For sure.
So anyway, yeah, so it's interesting, and so we want to make sure that we don't lead anybody into the wrong understanding. Now, I'll say this: I do like House Bill 2704's. Okay, first of all, I'm going to again keep my statement forward that any prohibition on cannabis is an unjust law. Period. So that being said, House Bill 2704 looks really good as far as the home cultivator goes.
Yes.
Being able to share, being able to walk
Give.
up to somebody without any paperwork and say, hey man, will you grow my weed for me? Yes, okay, here. And you do that and you've made a business deal, or not even
Yeah.
and you can compensate
arrangement.
somebody for growing your cannabis for you, okay?
Yeah.
So just like if you were a patient, you can contract someone to grow your cannabis for you.
Yes.
The sharing, that sounds great. All of it sounds great, but
Love that sharing.
my whole issue with the House bill of any sort
Yes. It's a
is it
House
can
bill.
be changed on a whim.
Exactly. It's a House bill.
It can be changed on a whim. So they can say all this stuff's great up front, and then as it moves down, after it's passed and everything's, we're all living in the land of rainbows and sunshine.
Right.
That's so great here.
Then they can come in and start ripping shit away just like they did in Michigan and
Right.
use it
No
as
matter how-
bargaining tools.
Yeah. to get
No,
what they
House Bill
want.
2704 is not on the ballot, Kyle.
No.
What we're doing is we're comparing Amendment 3
Oh,
because if Amendment 3 doesn't pass, House Bill 2704 will continue to move into the Senate.
So Dave was telling me that Epen told him that Ron is refiling House Bill 2704 tomorrow.
There you go.
That was I know it was Waxy. Shout out to Waxy. That you were asking if it was dead, but I mean it's kind of like barely breathing right now. But I
Yeah.
think it's about to get a shot in the arm as far as the next session goes. And I mean that just it just keeps
Right.
everything on
Right.
the table.
And that's what we're trying to do. We want everybody, because look, if you decide you want to vote for no on Amendment 3 because you want to give House Bill 2704 the shot over here, that's we
gonna be
want you
there
to
for
have
you.
all the information
Yep.
you need to make that decision.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's what we're doing. So now Amendment 3, 3-ounce possession limit. If you get busted with 3 ounces of weed in your possession that evidently is not in a locked, safe place, so
Right.
I mean, probably where you really need to put it is back underneath, locked behind the liquor cabinet.
Right. Behind it.
That can be opened and
Yeah.
unlocked and doesn't
That's-
fucking
yeah,
matter.
that your kids
Okay.
are getting
That your kids are
Yeah.
sneaking into because
Fill
they'll
the
never
vodka
find
up
it in the back of the liquor cabinet.
Filling the vodka up with water.
Right? Yeah.
Wait a
you,
second.
you act like you know something about that shit,
I
bro.
don't know nothing about
You're
that.
not putting yours in the mattress?
What mattress?
It's in the
So
box
anyway,
spring.
yeah. So it's stupid. Okay, it's bullshit, but it is what it is, and this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
But with that, we do get as a patient and a caregiver, we get a few perks with Amendment 3 as
Yes.
far as home growers and shit like that, because caregivers will be able to have 24 plants in one room.
Right.
I don't know if that's on one property or if it's just one room. Okay, because
That could be a big.
there are people who go in on properties
Right.
and they share properties and they have separate rooms.
Yeah, that could be a big deal.
I think it's about access
Yeah.
and security and
Right.
separation and then
Right.
yeah. So-
Absolutely. So,
Yep.
Having that padlock between the two.
Yes, absolutely, and that's what that's what it is. It's, right now we can have 6 grows in one residence as long as each one of those grow is locked and only accessible to the people that they registered on that particular grow.
Right.
And that's how it is. So, and that's going to continue on with if Amendment 3 passes. It's going to continue on if House Bill 2704 passes, because it really doesn't change much for the caregiver or whatever.
Right.
So anyway, yeah. And right now we've
time.
ran our mouths past time, and so we need to get the latest national and local cannanews updates.
Exactly.
Going
From
national
Mr.
tonight.
Stewart Wells.
We're going platinum, baby.
Woo!
Yeah,
Obviously.
because we're bad. We're nationwide.
Hell, we even
I
got
didn't
weather
know
on the.
somebody-
And we're on
All right,
your
everybody.
side. Your
Stewart's
side.
coming with the news, peeps. Let's do it.
Welcome to Kansas City Cannabis, your hometown, locally owned and operated cannabis dispensary. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through your journey to wellness. Patients first is our guiding mantra, and we'll continue to bring quality, affordable medicine to the patients of Missouri. Kansas City Cannabis Company, inspiring wellness. For location, hours, and current menu, visit kccannabis.org.
It's time for the Top Shelf Weekly Update with Stewart Wells.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Top Shelf Weekly Update. I'm Stewart Wells. Interesting news from Pennsylvania tonight. A senator says he will soon introduce a bill to give independent, in-state medical cannabis growers a chance to sell directly to patients. A reform, he says, is much needed due to industry consolidation. In a co-sponsorship memo sent out last week, Senator Chris Gibhard, I believe, said this legislation, if enacted, would create a new permitting process allowing any Pennsylvania-based independent, and I say that independent, not exactly understanding what it means. I'm assuming that they already had a license and they are a cannabis business already and not an individual. So they are Pennsylvania-based independent cannabis grower or processor to open dispensaries as vertically integrated businesses. The senator's concern is that the current structure creates an unfair system for getting products to patients. He said that this is the most even-handed solution to this problem would be to issue 2 permits to all the independent Pennsylvania-based growers who do not currently have one, and this will create a free and fair market and will allow these businesses to operate on the same playing field as their competitors. Pennsylvania has not gone recreational yet, but the feeling in the region is that it will at some point in the very near future. Cannabis businesses in the Keystone State have been feeling the squeeze as wholesale cannabis prices have dropped and multi-state operators continue to buy up those that are struggling. See, it's not just Missouri. Cannabis policy is a hot ticket item because election time is not far away and the race for governor is tight. Current governor of Pennsylvania, Tom Wolf, supports cannabis, and the race to replace him is between pro-legalization Attorney General Josh Shapiro, the Democratic nominee, and State Senator Doug Mastrino, who is strongly against cannabis. Doug thinks reefers are going to become self-aware and set off all of the nukes of the world simultaneously. Terminator. Okay, one last thing about Pennsylvania. The Lieutenant Governor, John Fetterman, who is very much in favor of cannabis, well, he's in his own race for state senate against none other than motherfucking Dr. Oz, if you can believe it. I know, I was shocked as well. So here's where it gets weird. Dr. Oz has spoken out in favor of cannabis reform in the past, but this race, he has attacked his opponent publicly on that very same issue. Just wild. So moving on, if you happen to be in Turlock, California on the 17th of this month, you could attend a cannabis event featuring an awesome lineup of performers, including E40 and Wiz Khalifa. They will be there along with Cypress Hill and even Bone. Yes, that's right, the Thugs in Harmony. And I'm sure there will be much consumption of our favorite plant. However, I must warn you that there are a few rules in which you must follow if you wish to attend. For example, there will be absolutely no gang-affiliated colors. So Roy G. Biv, I'm sorry, but you've got to go home. Your clothes may not possess any derogatory words. No tattoos or images. You must keep your shirt and shoes on at all times. That one I agree with. And you will not sell or distribute anything. Period. Not even good vibes. Just keep them to yourself. Sounds like a really fun concert. Not. So, we'll see how that goes. Moving on very quickly, I will just touch on this. Remember Sha'Carri Richardson? She tested positive for cannabis at some point, and it disqualified her from competing at the Olympics. Bad deal, right? So there had been talks of possibly removing cannabis from the prohibited substances list. Well, long story short, I'll just tell you that WADA, aka the World Anti-Doping Agency, will not be doing such things. Probably ever. So to hell with them. And moving on again, because there is absolutely too much news tonight. Great news for the residents of New Jersey who feel they should not be fired from their job simply for testing positive for cannabis, right? And we can all agree with that. Regulators in the Garden State have approved new guidance for employers that makes it very clear they cannot penalize workers based solely on a positive test for cannabis metabolites. It is unclear at this time if this test is of the urine distinction. Okay, for real though. The guidance states that the cannabis in bodily fluid, quote, is not enough to fire you, but evidence-based documentation of physical signs or other evidence of impairment during employee work hours could support an adverse employment reaction. Reminds me of the days when I had a real job. Very uncertain times, I must say. So, Missouri dysfunction is a perfect heading 2 weeks running for this story. Amendment 3 has been on a wild ride from the beginning, and its current situation is really no different. Signatures were collected and certified by Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft, much to the dismay of advocates across the state. Soon after, there would be a lawsuit brought against Ashcroft by Joy Sweeney, but not because she cares about patients or equity, instead because she is a prohibitionist who thinks that if we legalize, then weed zombies are going to come out of the ground like some sort of real-life thriller and eat the brains of young ones. This is serious stuff. Anyways, she was shot down by a county judge who ruled that she lacked the standing to make a challenge because she did not prove state residency. The court did say that they would have dismissed the case even if she did based on merits. Naturally, this did not sit well with the prohibitionist group, and they vowed to appeal, which they did in the Missouri Western District Court of Appeals, but yesterday a 3-judge panel determined that Sweeney did have standing but still failed on merits. There was only one choice left, one Hail Mary option, and that was to ask the appeals court to transfer the case to the Missouri Supreme Court. The lower court refused to give the referral, so you know Joy. She wanted to bring the case directly to the state's highest court without even so much as a referral. Today, which is the last day to challenge the initiative, the Supreme Court said it would not take the case. So the big news tonight is that Amendment 3 will be on the ballot this November. I feel like you guys already knew that, but it's happening. And it is for that reason that I choose tonight's words of wisdom. They were said by the great Bruce Lee, and this advice will always help you when the government, or in this case, people you don't agree with, do something that you don't agree with. If you put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it into a teapot, and it becomes the teapot. Be like water, my friends. Thanks, everyone.
This skiller facility in Clarence, Missouri actually used to be an old Maytag factory.
So we use a 0.2 micron filter on all runs.
One thing that Coco is super big about is we promote within.
Welcome to Coco Lab.
Oh, welcome
Yabba
back.
dabba do.
Welcome back.
Man, I gotta just say you're welcome to everybody who always says thank you. You guys are so nice. For real.
You gonna dab in, brother?
Well, I just did, but you know what?
Yeah.
There's no reason not to do it again.
We got rules around here.
Yeah, well, I know, right? And I'm not about to be breaking them.
Hopefully y'all are dabbing in
I
with
think
us.
I'm trying to
Don't
deal
be
with
playing.
those repercussions.
Don't be playing.
Oh man. So it looks like you might be right. We are having some quality issues over on the old Facebook.
That sucks ass.
You want the best quality?
Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. Follow us on the YouTube page. That's where you get the best quality video.
So my question is, does the water actually become the glass or the pitcher?
You adapt to whatever your situation is. To say that water becomes a pitcher is kind of like not,
So that basically
scientifically.
it takes on the form, the shape
It's just
of the
like
pitcher, but it fills the
if
pitcher
it
up.
stayed in the shape that it was before it went in the glass,
You could if you froze
it would be in a difficult situation. So it's just best to adapt. Well, yeah, you don't want to get yourself in a situation where you're frozen.
right?
Then you can't
Exactly.
adapt worth the shit.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yes.
yeah, you know what?
Oh,
We forgot about
So-
that.
that's right.
I meant to announce this. So you're right, Kayla. Nothing has changed because we announced today. If you don't watch our noon
Midday,
smoke
yeah.
sesh, sometimes you miss out on the announcements. I meant to mention it before we went to the news, but I was late to the news, and I mean my car wouldn't start. I
Oh,
got a
man.
flat tire.
And the traffic.
My dog shit on the floor right before I walked out, and so I fucked up. Okay, I'm sorry.
There's a
We're
dab.
not doing a what's changed after the news tonight. We are moving our top shelf trivia to the what's changed spot. So we're going to do a top shelf trivia.
And it's even a little different tonight. It isn't even really a trivia.
Okay, I have no idea because that's Zach's.
Yes.
That's his deal. So do your thing, brother.
Go ahead and hit that trivia button for us. So it's a name that song.
Name that
Uh-oh.
song.
You're in the bathroom mirror talking to yourself, and your dog's looking at you like you need help.
Whoa.
Who can name that song?
That's gonna be a tough one.
Name
Before
the song,
I knew it,
the song title and artist all in the same line.
Yes. Song title and artist.
But-
Who is it?
before I knew it, I go, wow, that sounds like a really sad song. And then
Right?
you told me the song, and I was like, oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Do we need to
Yeah,
put it back up there?
Put it back up there, Dave. We'll read it again. You're in the bathroom mirror talking to yourself, and your dog's looking at you like you need help.
Leave that up there till somebody gets it.
Yeah. Well, but man, that's
I'm good with that.
I got a good. I picked a good one this week.
Come on, girl.
Yeah.
Girl,
Beat it.
dude.
Go ahead and there you go. It's a high
Oh my
as fuck.
God.
It's like When I think of Kayla and the giveaways, I think of Muhammad Ali walking in.
Oh,
and he's like,
she is still our reigning
the
champ.
champ is here.
Yeah.
100% reigning
You know,
champ.
it's
And
just
here's
like
what's funny
nobody can fuck
about
with
Muhammad
her.
Ali, dude. They asked Mike Tyson, "Do you think you could have beat Muhammad Ali back in the day?" And Mike Tyson says, "Nobody could beat Muhammad Ali. He was the greatest." And that's saying something, dude.
That's
when
So we
Iron
got-
Mike says no,
I saw something pretty cool. Amanda Trout was just right after him. Amanda
Bang.
Trout did it on YouTube. So it was almost there. She almost had it.
Yep, almost.
But
So
yes,
what's the
bring that up
significance?
as well. If you win a prize on the show, you have 24 hours to email
Yes,
that email
please.
address.
24 hours. If you message us in 2 weeks and say, "Hey, I'm going to say no."
Right? We've done the 24-hour policy for a year,
Right.
over a year
because
now.
they go back into the pool for next week
Yes.
and we lose track. So anyway.
Got to say the nay no.
Anyway.
No, brother.
Right.
Anyway, so what are we talking about here?
We're talking about home cultivation.
Home cultivation. So
And one thing that I'd kind of like to dive into on it would be the home cultivation if Amendment 3.
You're talking about for the recreational
okay,
side of things.
well we had a question and I want to address that.
Yes. We do
Okay.
have a question.
What if you have two people in one house? Okay, so the answer to that is pretty simple, okay? If you have two people in one house and each person has, now keep in mind that with Amendment 3, if it passes, you're going to have to register your grow with the state.
Yes.
So if
every
both
grow.
people are registered cultivators, then they can each have 6 plants apiece in a shared facility.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, period. 6 plants apiece. So maximum of 12 plants in a shared facility. So now, if you choose to become a caregiver, then you can have 24 plants in
Right.
one grow room. So it's, it would behoove you to become a caregiver.
Right.
To be honest with you. So if you need plant count.
Sometimes I'm just like, shh, the caregiver's, setup is really good. Like, don't say nothing too loud and mess that up. You know what I mean? Like when
No, I
people
get
are,
it, dude. I
Right.
mean,
it's just like,
the caregiver.
just go be a caregiver.
There's things that are positives about the caregivers. So, compared to what we have now, it will be a better program for caregivers compared to what we have now.
Right.
There's no doubt about that. Will it be a better program than what House Bill 2704 would provide us?
Well, it doesn't change. That doesn't change the medical.
Yeah, the
It
medical
doesn't
station.
side
change
of
the medical
things.
at
So
all.
that's
So-
where we are now.
Yeah,
So it's like
Amendment 3 would
they
be
threw in that,
that carrot.
it's like it's strategic. Yes,
It's
I feel
carrot.
like it's a
Yeah,
bit
they're-
strategic
so
because
they-
it's
yeah,
very.
They want to get the
you know,
caregivers on board.
It's very well set up.
In that sense.
So
it's very well set up, yes.
in the sense compared to what we have now, yes, under Amendment 3, caregiving would be better.
Yes.
than it
Understand,
is
we're
now.
speaking pragmatically.
Because-
we're just telling
right.
you the difference.
The difference.
And
I'm
it's
not
still not
saying,
perfect.
Yeah, it's
I
not
mean-
my personal opinion as to whether
Right.
it's good or bad, but I mean honestly, compared to what we have now,
It's better.
it is better. So
Yes.
that's the
So
num of it.
from
But
that
the-
aspect,
Right.
that is
Right.
not arguable
Right.
at all.
But
House
at the
Bill
same time-
2704 would not change what we have now.
It can't. It's a
Right.
It's a House bill.
Okay, now home cultivation, House Bill 2704 looks way better than Amendment
Yes.
3.
Yes.
Okay, I don't like the fact that you have to register your grow. I just think it is giving up your rights,
Yeah.
your constitutional rights to have to register your personal grow so the government knows that you have plants in your house. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
But to
make
some
sense.
people, it makes sense. To
They want to
some
know where
Well,
everything
crazy
is.
people
If they find out,
who need to be on medication.
Right. They're taking
It makes
3
sense.
Xanax a day and plus.
Oh my God! I don't
antidepressants,
even.
yeah.
I'm not gonna
I'm just saying,
be
if they
critical of
come
people. I'm
in
just saying.
to a house for some other stupid ass reason, the way that
Right.
all growers got
Right.
caught before they started telling the people, "Hey, I'm growing weed over here."
Right.
That's what it should be. They should not come and check.
They
If
have-
they come
yeah.
into your house because of some other
So-
reason or whatever, that's the chances you take.
Right. Right.
So as
And
far
they
as,
find something out.
As far as that goes, as far as the adult use side of things go, House Bill 2704 would way outshine Amendment 3.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the truth of it.
Yeah.
So, whoa, are we already there?
Wow.
At the Wheel of Dank.
We got the Wheel of Dank.
All right,
Dank,
so
Dank,
that surprised
Dank.
me.
So if you tag somebody at the beginning half of the show, you're going to be on the Wheel of Dank. So let's go ahead and bring that wheel up.
We're going to spin it.
Spin
and
the
you're
wheel.
going to win it. Woo!
Come on
Right.
down.
It's just the inspiration hits me, and I
Here
just...
we go. Who got it?
Who got it?
I thought you were trying to
Who
sell
won
me
it?
a used car.
Ron.
Oh, Ron, homie.
Ron. You know what?
Way to get back in there, buddy.
Ron
Yeah, congratulations.
just had surgery.
Oh, did he?
Oh,
He's been recovering. He's getting better.
Good.
Says he's going to be able to be out running around like normal here soon. So
Well, that'll be a
Ron,
nice get well better. Get
it's
better soon.
Awesome. So
thanks for
Present,
the
yeah.
warning,
Yes.
Ron.
right. Yeah.
Wow. Right?
So yeah. So cool, Ron. Hit us up, brother.
Yeah.
I know you're out there somewhere. So anyway, let's get back to home cultivation.
Yeah. It's you can grow. If I remember the numbers correct, anybody can grow six plants. As
right.
a rec.
So
as
So
rec.
that's
Now you
six
do have to
in
register.
bloom, saying that it was. Am I right? There's
Six in-
unspecified in the other stages as far as the amount.
6 in bloom, 6 in every stage. Is that what it is, or is it just 6 in bloom?
Six in flower for 2704.
What about Amendment 3?
Yeah, Amendment 3. Rec.
With Amendment 3, it's 6 in every stage.
Okay.
I thought you said one had an unspecified.
Yeah.
Like
That's
vegetative.
2704 does
Okay.
not
Yeah.
specify how much
Veg.
veg and clone
Gotcha.
content you can
Right,
have.
right. So yeah.
Cool.
So anyway,
Right. So it follows on the same as the medical signups, where it's every 3 years, correct? Where they would have to relicense every 3 years.
For recreational,
Yeah, for
that
that
will
is
change.
once a year.
Okay, so it will be
Recreational
once
is
a year.
annually. Essentially, recreational is where we're at now medically, and the medical would go to 3 years for $50, where you're at 1 year, $100 for
Okay.
a recreational cultivator.
So that's right. It does. That's a good point. It takes the fees down and it extends it from 1 year to every 3 years.
for a medical patient.
right for
Right.
medical
And-
for
and-
caregivers.
Point of order. Back it up a little bit. Aren't all vegetative stage plants and clones protected under the CBD Act? You know, the
I
2018
think
Farm
so.
Bill.
Yeah, I've seen
I
some
think so, yeah.
stuff
it's
on that.
based upon THC content.
Right. And that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yep.
So yeah. So I mean, really, yeah, they're under the hemp bill, under the Right to Farm Act.
That's right.
Is that what we're saying?
all
Now,
right
I'm not a lawyer.
to
man,
farm.
Yeah, we are not
but if it
lawyers.
You
have
don't tell me
0.3
when I can't
THC,
farm.
It's not weed.
And I see people still
I
trying to
can't.
I was
make
going to make some
guesses.
rope out of that.
It's
What do you
not.
know?
It's hemp.
Right, I still
Which
see
is
people
still
trying
cannabis.
to make guesses on what's changed.
Oh, man.
We're
There's no-
already past
yeah,
it,
we're
bro.
not doing the
Poor
what's
pitiful
changed.
souls.
Was it Kayla Arlett?
Hanging on.
No.
Who won?
Hanging
Who
on
won?
to
Kayla
what
Arlett
was.
won.
Kayla Arlett won that competition.
Yeah, that was
bro.
the trivia.
Yeah, so we're done.
So
It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over, man.
she's the crown champion.
Could have been a
though.
contender.
Yeah.
Could have been somebody.
Right? Hey, it's not the last one we're gonna do. So
Could have been. So
Could've been.
I want everybody to be able to grow as much weed as they want to grow wherever they want to grow it at.
without telling
Without
having
having
to
She
tell
didn't
anybody.
win both because there wasn't one of them. But she
Who?
would have.
No,
if
Ron
there was
Cote
two.
run the other.
Oh, Ron Cote. Yeah.
Right.
No, we didn't do a what's changed.
No.
Yeah, we
Yeah, the
announced
what's
that earlier that we
changed
weren't doing
has-
the what's changed. What's changed has changed.
It's been
It has
us.
gone away.
We have changed.
We have outlived the what's changed era
We have
on top
changed
shelf.
everything.
We have changed
Yes.
as people.
Yes,
as
exactly. The
individuals.
We have
last to
grown.
change was ourselves.
We have. Yes.
We didn't know all along that we were changing
It took a
ourselves.
lot
But
of
we were.
inner soul
You know,
searching, but
yeah.
yeah, we got there.
You know, and we got there with the help from the wisdom of Forrest Botterant. So
Yeah.
Other good point.
what?
No law may be written based on false information. Therefore, all marijuana laws defining marijuana schedule a narcotic. It is absolutely not.
I agree with you 100%,
So
Mike.
I don't even know what we're even doing here. Everybody grow as much as you want,
Yeah.
and
Right?
When we get
Fuck the police.
busted and we go to court,
Don't.
we'll tell our
Yeah,
lawyers,
Mike
hey,
Webb.
motherfucker, don't you know?
if you don't know Mike Webb, then I don't even know what you're even
Don't
doing.
you know?
How'd you even get this job, bailiff?
And again, we are not lawyers.
No.
We're just
But yes,
interpreting.
he is exactly right. Mike Webb is 100% right. But again, that's why they are unjust laws.
Right.
That's why they're unjust
Constantly.
laws. So, and he's 100% right. So, problem is, to fight that in court, you would have to have a whole lot of money.
Oh yeah. Whole
lot of money.
The average
A
guy.
whole lot of spending money.
Yes.
We did that just.
I know, right? It's like, wow, how did that one come back?
It's going to take plenty of money to do it right.
Oh wow.
But I think we can do it.
Right.
So, yeah. So, anyway, you know what? I like the way we did that because it gave us plenty of time to elaborate. If you guys have any questions right now, I really don't want to sign off unless we've answered everybody's questions. So,
As far as home cultivation
sir.
goes with this,
as far as home cultivation goes, have we answered everybody's questions?
because I know there's a lot more questions, and they'll come. They'll come. We'll get to those other stuff. We got what, 8 more weeks, 9 more
I
weeks.
hope you don't have too many questions because I have a trimmer waiting.
Oh yeah, you got a new toy to play with.
He's got a new trimmer. Oh, oh boy. I don't even know how to feel about that.
It kept saying it was going to get here yesterday, and I was like, oh, it's coming on Monday. And then I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and it said it was in Lenexa all day long.
Oh yeah, gotta love that sitting there.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And then it went to St. Joe, and then it finally came
Have
to
you
the
ever
house
gotten
when I
the
was
ones
gone.
where it's out on delivery, and it's out on delivery all day, and then you check that night, and it's
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, oh,
And it's-
actually, we updated
Yeah,
it.
the driver
Yeah.
just couldn't make it to your stop that
bullshit.
day, and yeah.
I get the
I've
ones
been
that
the
are 10
driver.
stops away. I like those. Because then I'm like,
I know, right? I
where
love
they at?
that.
Where they at? Where they at?
I'm like, it shouldn't take them this long to do 10 stops. I mean, really, you just you
Every-
pull up, you take the
right.
package up, you fucking get back in the
Every
thing, and you
vehicle
go.
you hear drive by, you're like,
What's
"Oh,
going
sit
on
down."
here? Yeah, it's like, ooh, oh, that's just some other truck. Son of a bitch.
Damn it.
Right? Oh man.
Oh my God. So, you know what? Whether you like it, you
Wow.
love it, you hate it, whatever, Amendment 3 is going to be on the ballot.
Yes, officially.
It's happening. Whether it wins or not, that remains to be seen.
We'll see.
So-
We'll see.
Excuse me.
I think it will be an interesting November 8th,
Yes.
and we will be covering it.
In one way or another, there are going to be people that are happy, and there are going to be people that are pissed off. No
Right.
matter how it goes.
Be
Oh, yeah.
water, motherfuckers.
Yep. And guess what?
Just do
We'll
it.
be November 8th is Top Shelf Tuesday, so we will be here.
We will be here
Yeah.
on November 8th.
Remember that you procured cannabis and you smoked cannabis long before they ever fucking told you you could.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget that. Ever.
Oh man.
You know what, everybody? Great show tonight.
Yes.
Appreciate you. We got some more on this coming next week. We're going to have some guests coming up soon. So,
Oh yeah, very soon.
yeah, man. Love you guys. Mm-hmm. You know what?
So much.
Before we sign out,
Oh yes, we got something to bring up.
what?
We got the
What?
the Cannabrew.
Yeah, I do
shit.
want to talk about, again, I want to remind everybody, tickets are on sale for our New Year's Eve party. Throw that banner up there. You can scan that code right there if you want, or you can go to the site, the event site, and you can
Canny
find
Events KC.
portal there to go get tickets.
Yep.
Right now, you're getting a big discount for early order. So get on there and grab your tickets for the New Year's Eve party.
Yep.
It is going to be off the hook,
For sure.
literally off the hook. I mean,
Like the hook. It'll be
There's
like
the hook,
off of it.
Right.
and it's not going to be on it.
Right.
It's not
It'll
going to
be
be anywhere
off the hook.
near it.
Nope. It's gonna be. It's gonna
Yes.
be epic. Epic.
We've got a soul food buffet that's
That
going
dab,
to be
I
happening.
think, hit me right in the
Oh,
soul,
yeah.
dude.
That was a good one.
I mean,
Damn.
you know, we got.
I have changed throughout this episode.
It's going to be kind of a Blues Brother theme. You don't have to dress like Blues Brother. We want
No.
y'all to dress up
But
nice.
if you want
You know, but if you want to, do it, man.
Yeah.
We're going to be playing,
More
you know,
power
that
to
era
you.
of music is what we're going to be playing.
I'm going to do it. So.
We might have something special planned, but we're not going to talk about it anymore
Because it's scary.
because it's scary.
Right.
but
It
we'll
is.
figure it out.
Hey,
It is. So
it
anyway,
is scary.
Yep. So it's going to be a hell of a good time, though. So yeah, we
is.
definitely want you guys to get over and get some tickets and save some money right now.
Right.
Because that won't last forever.
No, it won't.
And also, October 14th and 15th. Don't forget Can of Brews.
Yep.
Bring it up.
Come on
Can
down.
of Brews.
One more
Go ahead
time.
and
Watch the video.
Yeah. There it is.
There it is. All right, so that is going to be a kicking ass event.
Yes.
Dank Dave Stevenson's over in the corner with tears running down his
Yep.
face because he's not going to be able to make it. He's going to be in Warsaw blacksmithing.
Bro, it's
That's
just
not
not
fair.
That's right, he's a blacksmith.
blacksmithing.
Right.
Like
Blacksmith.
making nails and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
from nothing.
From steel.
That was some of the coolest stuff
Cold,
I ever
raw
saw, man.
steel, man.
Just a hunk of metal.
Yeah.
When I saw a blacksmith make a nail, I was like, well, son of a bitch. That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
I wonder if
real
he can do
confused?
Damascus.
You want to be real
Yeah.
confused? Watch him make a railroad spike.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So,
Oh.
right on.
Wow.
Anyway,
Yep.
so I just wanted to go there.
Yep. You would hit it up.
Keep that on
check
your
it out.
mind. But you know what, everybody? It's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been a great night.
Hopefully we got all the information about cultivation out to you guys so you
Yep.
guys learn what Amendment 3 is about.
Don't forget to send us videos of your grow if you want
What
it
it's
to be
all
on
about.
the show. All right, everybody. Peace out. Stay lifted.
Later.
Back to the roots, babe. Let the shadows fall. I'm making no excuses. I know where I belong. Down in the jungle. Down in the jungle. Back to the roots, babe. Down in the jungle. Down in the jungle. Who do you call?
Welcome to Kansas City Cannabis, your hometown, locally owned and operated cannabis dispensary. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through your journey to wellness. Patients first is our guiding mantra, and we'll continue to bring quality, affordable medicine to the patients of Missouri. Kansas City Cannabis Company, inspiring wellness. For location, hours, and current menu, visit kccannabis.org.
This particular facility in Clarence, Missouri actually used to be an old Maytag factory.
But we use a 0.2 micron filter on all runs.
One thing that Coco is super big about is we promote within.
Welcome to Coco Lab.